Hey guys, welcome back to another video. I hope you all are doing absolutely fine. So in this video, we're going to talk about need for speed in Excel. So by that, I mean using only keyboard while working in Excel, right? And trying to ignore the mouse, the use of mouse while working in Excel. In this video, we're going to talk about the benefits of only using keyboard while working in Excel. And we are also going to talk about, the ways by which you can develop those habits of only using keyboards, right? And memorizing all those keyboard shortcuts. So for example, if I tell you to merge 5 cells in one row, what you'll do is you will select the whole cells and then you'll go to the home tab. Under that, you'll select merge in center, right? But that can be done by selecting the cells, right? And then pressing Alt HMC. I will give you another instance. If you want to hide a column, so you will click on the name of that column, say A or B or C, whatever it is, and then you will right click on that. You will select the unhide option and then you will click on the unhide option, right? But that will take somewhere around 6 to 8 seconds depending upon the speed of your using mouse. But the same thing can be done within 1 second by just being in that any cell of that column and pressing Ctrl 0. So that is the shortcut of hiding a column, right? So that saving of 6 or maybe 5 seconds might not sound a big deal for you. I know that. So in that case, let us see a demo. Okay, so I have a set of things that we will be doing, and we'll do it in two ways. So first way would be only using mouse, and the second way will be using only keyboard, right? And then we'll have a stopwatch and then we'll note down what is the time difference between those two. So guys, you can see here's the list of tasks that we're going to do. Here we have our timer as well, right? So let's get started with only mouse. It took us 2 minutes 20 seconds to perform all the tasks. Okay, so let's get started with our keyboard version. So yeah, let's go. This is fine. Okay, so it took me 44 seconds, and in between I kind of panicked and made some mistakes using my keyboard. So here it is, the result in front of you. 44 seconds with just keyboard and 2 minutes something seconds with mouse. Okay, now let's do some calculations. So for these 10 activities, you saved 1.5 minutes, right? And if I say that in a day you perform such activities like 20 times, for example, right? So in a day you will be saving this many minutes, right? 30 minutes a day. In 1 month you work 22 days, right? So in a month you save this many minutes. So in one whole year of working, you literally save around approximately 6 days of time. What I feel is that if you have the speed in your hand and if you're doing everything very quickly, now the flow of your mind doesn't get obstructed, right? So for example, if I have to do some set of things, right, some calculations or something like that, for example, if I want to remove duplicate and then look it up and then maybe count and all those stuff, right? So if I'm stuck in getting the duplicates out of that by searching where to get duplicates out from in the home tab, then of course my mind will be obstructed, and then I won't be able to think very fast and think probably 2 to 3 steps ahead, right? So that the obstruction of mind, that is really one point which matters a lot to me. But the point is that how to develop this habit. I want to show you something. For example, if I want to say apply thick border in this particular range. Now I don't remember, I have not memorized the shortcut for it, right? So what you can do is you can just press Alt. When you press Alt, you will find these letters out here, right? So to select help, you press Y. To select insert, you press N. To select home, you press H. So the border section is under home, right? So I will press H. So as I press H, you see, it goes inside H and it shows me all the letters that I can press to select that particular option, right? So for borders, I have to select this one, which is B. I'll press B. And then again, it opens the border part and then it shows me all the letters, right? So now you can see O, P, L, blah, blah, blah. So usually I use all borders, which is A. and sometime outside border, which is S, and mostly thick borders, right? So all borders and thick border, which is A and T. Now you need to do, you need to see these letters maybe once or twice, and then if you consciously try to implement that, try to get the keyboard shortcuts bang on, sometimes you might, do it incorrect, right? But again, you will learn. So this way, what you need to do is, how to build the habit? You need to press Alt and see for yourself, right, which letters will be the shortcut for the particular action that you want. Now there are few shortcuts which does not have this Alt mechanism. That is, Control 0 would hide the column, right? So if I am standing in this column, any cell, if I select any cell in this column, column P, and if I press Control 0, then that column will again hide. But again, I cannot press Control and then wait for 0 to appear in the screen. No, it won't. Only it happens with Alt and the things that you can see on your screen, right? I basically referred to one PDF file which had all the keyboard shortcuts, and then I saw something out there, and I just went to my Excel, tried it few times, saw the pattern. I saw the pattern, which is again very important. There is a pattern like Control Shift 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. You saw that, right? 7. There is nothing in 7. So 1 will give you normal number, right? 2 will give you time, 3 will give you date, 4 will give you rupees, the currency, 5 will give you percentage, 6 will give you the scientific notation. So Control Shift 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Now again, if you have that inquisitive and curious mind, you can try it out yourself, few of the things, and then you'll get to know, you'll register those things in your mind automatically. Okay, so I'll very quickly tell you all the shortcuts that I used within that 44 seconds, right? So for the first one, convert this to percentage. I clicked any cell, and then I pressed Control space. By pressing Control space, the whole column gets selected, and then I use the shortcut that is Control Shift and 5. So by using Control Shift 5, everything turned into a percentage. Now the second one is convert to date format. So I selected any date, and then I pressed Control Shift 3, which converted it into a short date. And then the third activity is to format paint it and insert it to the whole column, right? So what I did, again, the Alt thing comes up here. So I pressed Alt HFP to get it in the format paint, and then I pressed Control spacebar. So basically it pasted the whole format to the whole column. The next activity is center align. So I selected those cells which I had to center align, and then again Alt HAC for center align. Hide the last column, it's very easy. Click on any cell and then Control 0. Auto adjust the whole thing. So auto adjusting is like selecting the whole table and then Alt OCA. Get the list of unique locations. This is really interesting. So I copied all the locations out here, and then I selected the whole thing, and then I pressed Alt AM and then 3 tabs, 1, 2, 3, and then I enter. There you go. So these are the list of all the duplicates. Formatting borders, my favorite really. So select the whole table, right, and then Alt HBA for all borders, Alt HBT for thick borders, and then I selected this whole thing for the thick border, Alt HBT. There you go. Merging cells on top, very easy. Select those two. Again, of course, with your keyboard, select these two, Alt H and C. Again, select these two. Now you can do Alt H and C, but you can also press F4. F4 basically performs the last function that you used. The latest function that I used was merge center. So what I will do is I'll just select the cells, and then I'll press F4. It will basically apply the last function that I used, which was merge and center. And then at the end, make pivot. It's very easy. Select the whole table and then Alt NV, enter. There you go. So these were the shortcuts that I used in that 45 seconds. So if you like this whole topic, then please respond by clicking on that like button, right? It would really mean a lot to me. And please comment down below if you have any constructive suggestion for me regarding my videos or the content that I create, because I really like the two-way communication that we both have. This is like one-way communication, right? So please comment down below. And thanks again for watching. See you in the next one.